These simple yet effective ways to get more views on your YouTube DJ mixes are being overlooked by so many DJs. Are you making DJ mixes for YouTube, but they're just hitting nothing? You're hearing crickets instead of new fans cheering. Then essentially you could be doing some of the fundamentals of YouTube wrong, and by doing these things wrong, you could essentially be not hitting the new fans, audience, and views you deserve because you're getting the very basics wrong. Before we get cracking, if you want to learn more about creating a YouTube channel as a DJ and a music producer, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. That's what we do on this channel. We help DJs and producers understand everything else after making a record. So from social media to YouTube channels to streaming to SoundCloud channels, that's what we do on this channel, and I have helped so many DJs over the years. Just hit the subscribe button now. Right, let's get cracking with this video. Before you press play on that first track, you need to consider some of these things for your brand new YouTube mix series. And by planning out your next steps, it's going to help you find more audience and get more plays on those YouTube DJ mixes. Let's chat a little bit about algorithms quickly. It comes from YouTube and also from other algorithms. When it comes to algorithms like Instagram will show your content to some of your followers, and then if your followers do certain social signals like, comment, share, interact with the post, and essentially watch the post, then it shows it to more people, and if they like it and so forth, then it shows it to more people, and it just grows the reach of that post. And if people don't like it and people don't interact with it, then it shrinks to nothing and the reach goes altogether. When it comes to YouTube knows what you like. It knows what you like from your Google search history. It knows what you like from your YouTube search history. It knows whether you like a tech house mix. It knows whether you like a 130 disco mix. So it then compiles content that can be recommended to you on your previous history. And right now on YouTube, there's loads of support for new channels, and this could be your new DJ channel. Even YouTube themselves are saying this. The director of YouTube Growth and Discovery said this in an interview recently.
For new creators or smaller creators, because when you say the algorithm follows the audience, they worry that they don't have an audience yet for the algorithm to follow. So do we do anything for those creators?
Yeah, so we have a team that is specifically focused on this challenge of trying to identify audiences for creators that are just getting started, for videos that we don't have a lot of information about. And so, yeah, with those videos and channels, we do need to try some different approaches. The title, the description. When there are viewers that show up that seems like they might be interested in it, we'll show that video to those viewers and see which of them react. We really want to make sure that there is a path for new creators to get started. It's a metric we track, how many new creators are succeeding on the platform. We're very focused on that. We care a lot about it because we do believe that there's a lot of opportunity there with new creators coming along with new ideas all the time, and we want to help those creators be successful.
They are tracking small creators right now, and this could be you. So this is a great opportunity to start a new YouTube channel and start planning and building a new YouTube channel that's going to give you an audience, a fan base, and essentially will get you more DJ mixes and more records signed in the future. So when you're starting that brand new YouTube DJ mix, it's about trying to work out the categorization for the mix and how YouTube is going to categorize it. And then it can recommend it to the right people for you. So to get started, let's start planning. So when you start out a YouTube DJ mix, the first thing you need to do is work out what the ideas around the mix series are. And there's different ways of doing mix series, whether it's you on screen, whether it's you off screen and it's just the mix with an artwork. But essentially you need to work out a plan of what your mix is going to be about and what theme or ideas are in that mix. I wouldn't just turn up, press play and record some tracks, because I can guarantee loads of those will be flagged and loads of those will get takedowns and blocked. You really need to plan these mixes. So does your mix follow a certain genre? Does it follow a certain theme? Does it follow a certain style? Is it a mix around a certain record label you love and it's all the records from one label? Are all the tracks from a certain year or point in history? Is the mix inspired by certain things like Ibiza or festivals or Miami or Croatia? Or does it fit into what the viewer might be doing? Are they going to the gym? Are they running? Are they exercising? Are they making dinner? Are they cooking? Are they barbecuing? Are they outside? Are they chilling? What theme does it fit into? Write down a list of loads and loads of ideas for mixes. It can be hundreds. And also you could probably ask AI to come up with a list of ideas for different places where people might use mixes, might listen to mixes, and literally come up with hundreds of ideas for mixes. When we do it with this channel, we come up with a whole batch of ideas for content and videos for us to make, and then we narrow it down to our best ideas, then we'll make those ideas. Spending time in this ideation phase of creating your new DJ mix content is a game changer. I guarantee it. And if you're launching a new channel, then you can literally plan out the first 6 months of mixes and 6 months of content and videos you need to make before you even start pressing play. When it comes to YouTube, people watch mixes at different times. So you want to think about the mix and the creation of that mix as an evergreen mix. People will listen to this music for a long time after, and mixes will grow in reach and views over time. The mix also could be a series where it captures a moment in time. And it could be something like the music you're into each month, and that could be what the mix is about. Or it could be uploading your radio show. Say, for instance, you have a data transmission radio show and you're one of our radio show hosts. You could then use this opportunity to record the mix or put the mix on your own YouTube channel as well, and it grows the reach of you and your show. And if you want to get on data transmission radio, we're taking on new shows at the moment, and we're taking on new hosts at the moment, and I'll link to the form so you can apply to be a show host. Maybe the ideas behind the show is a weekly show that focuses on one genre, tech house bangers, for instance, and it's the new music you're into that week and the new artist you're supporting that week. Now you have the ideas for the mix, and what's next? The biggest thing when it comes to YouTube is titles, thumbnails, descriptions, the big three. The title and the thumbnail will attract the viewer to watch that mix. The title and the thumbnail also don't have to have the same information. Some people make that mistake. Let's talk titles first. The title doesn't need to have your artist name in it. Your page will have your artist name in it. Unless, of course, it's from a label or club show event, and then the mix is from a certain person within your roster or your crew. But if your name's in your title of your channel, you don't need it in the start of your mix. When it comes to the titles, think about what will I search, Grahame Farmer, to find your mix. I'm definitely not searching New Mix 1, New Mix 2, Tech House Mix 1. Very few people are searching those. If it's a tech house mix or maybe a drum and bass mix, then what could they search? And as I said, is there a theme to that mix? Maybe it's a festival tech house mix. Maybe it's a poolside tech house mix. Maybe it's tech house groovers from Miami. If we look at our friends Flavor Trip and look at what they do, they've got an absolutely massive channel, and they've got over nearly 500,000 subscribers in the last 2.5 years, which is absolutely epic. Well done, guys. So if we look at their brand new mix, and at the time of recording, this had 650,000 views already, and it was only a week or so old. Their title is Slow Morning House Music Mix, Chill Funky Breakfast Playlist, Deep Relaxing Brunch Terrace DJ Set. As you can see, with that title, they've packed as many searchable keywords into that title as humanly possible. Where will people search that mix? Relaxing house music mix, they might use those words. That mix is still coming up. Or brunch music mix, that mix is still coming up. Or funky breakfast mix, that mix is still coming up. And as you can see, the combination of the words together will actually help you find that mix. So the more you think about the title and the more you preparation and the time spending on titles, the more you're going to come up in search. And that is so important. One way to hack the search and find out what people are actually searching, what people are viewing and what people are looking for is by having some key plugins. And one of those key plugins is TubeBuddy. And we use TubeBuddy a lot for our channel to understand what people are looking for and what people are searching for. TubeBuddy gives you so much more information about the videos and the search terms that people are using. And it can actually rank the search and how many people to show you whether that search term is good or it's really good, or if it's not so good because there's a lot of competition in that search term and you're not going to appear in that search, which actually can help you plan out your videos and test different titles to see if they work. When it comes to the actual TubeBuddy dashboard, you get tons and tons of information. It will show you how much retention there are in your videos, it will show you how much growth there are on your videos, which videos are performing well, and it can recommend titles and ideas for future videos once you've started putting out videos. And if we look at the title Breakfast House Music Mix, let's see how that comes out. With these plugins, with the TubeBuddy plugin, we can see that this has an excellent rating. The competition within this term is good, which make these terms great for a YouTube video. And it says, even though the competition, the search volume is high, enough to make this a great keyword to target. It tells you all this information. That's excellent. That's going to make your videos easier to make. It also gives you related terms and related keywords you could consider as well. And also common tags within that space, which are going to help you when you're tagging your video for people to find it, which you can actually select and copy, so you haven't got to even type them out. Super quick, super easy. If you spent a bit of time researching terms, researching ideas, then TubeBuddy will give you so much information. And then again, when it comes to the planning phase, and as you start learning what works and what doesn't work, it's going to make it easier to work out these videos and plan these videos. Next up, descriptions. When it comes to descriptions, you get 5,000 characters to put in your description. And these words, again, are completely searchable and will come up, and they're basically SEO for the video, for what people might be searching to find that video. And this can massively help the searchability of your DJ mix. Let's look again at our friends over at Flavor Trip to see what they're putting in their descriptions. And if you look, they have a hook right in the top line to make you click into the description. And all it says is track list down below with a finger down, which as DJs, we can all agree, we want to know what tracks are being played. And you're going to click in there. Now, this is either before we start a mix to see what tracks are in there, see if we like the sound and the vibe of the mix, or it could be while it's playing. Oh, I like this track. What is it? There's a track list there. They've even taken the time to put the chapter markers in the video for each of the tracks and link to each of the tracks, and also link to each of the artists' YouTube channels to link back to help you find your new favorite artist. So considerate. It's also going to send a notification to those artists. They might start commenting and become fans of that page. That's going to help labels and artists come back in, and it might even add to comments, which is also going to add to the reach of that video. Super smart. They have also even put the track source and beatport links at the very bottom of the description, so you can even go and buy those tracks to help support smaller artists and smaller labels. Again, so smart, sharing the love and showing love to the industry and the scene as a whole. I absolutely love this. And you can add those chapter markers within TubeBuddy. There's actually a button that you can just click, you watch the mix through, and you can add the track markers as the tracks are changing. And you literally click one button and it adds the track marker, and then you just keep watching. We normally put it on a double speed, so it kind of goes a bit quicker, and then add the points in along the video. Click one button and it adds those chapter markers. Super, super simple. Saves so much time, I can guarantee. And then the final bit of their description is they've put more searchable words into the description that you might search. Let's read what they've put. Join us for a delicious slow morning in Cafdale, where we enjoy some of deep, funky house tunes in the hot sun, and let the salty breeze from the coast heal our spirits. It's all about enjoying the small things, good music, good food, and good weather. Listen to this set for breakfast, brunch, barbecue, doing the chores, or when you just need focus. Love that. They also link to their socials and merchandise, and even their Patreon, which they have a small membership of people that's growing from fans of their mixes, and they give away more in their Patreon, which again, I absolutely love. And then getting that information, that searchable information, is going to help that discoverability of that mix even more. And it's going to help you find that video and also them as DJs. And making sure your videos are searchable is so important on YouTube, because YouTube is actually the second biggest search engine, which is owned by the biggest search engine, Google. So search engine optimization and search engine discoverability is so important. This is one of the biggest things that DJs miss when it comes to making YouTube DJ mixes. And appearing in the search comes down to the words and titles that you're putting in those titles and the descriptions. That's why I'm being so specific about these. The final part of YouTube videos discoverability is your thumbnail, and making it interesting to see people when they're scrolling down the scroll that they want to click into that mix. What you put in that image for the thumbnail is key to whether someone clicks in and listens to that mix and someone finds you for the first time. The temptation when it comes to thumbnail is to pack it with logos and extra and all this other stuff that's just not needed. And actually with a thumbnail, less is better. And what I do and what many do is scale their thumbnail down to 16-20% within Canva to see how it views, because this is what's going to be viewable when people are scrolling on a phone. Can you read and see everything in that thumbnail? And if the answer is no, remove it. Great DJ thumbnails can literally be you DJing. The guys from Flavor Trip, they put themselves in great locations, and it's always a bright image. You can tell it's them, and it always looks fun and packed. Also great thumbnails for DJs. If you're not on screen and it's just a mix, it could be a bright thumbnail with keywords that you're looking for certain mixes, for certain themes. As I was saying before, maybe it's a Miami mix. Maybe you drop it just as it's coming up to Winter Music Conference. You would have the words Miami and maybe a Miami background and Miami colors. That's going to be attractable to anyone clicking on that mix. Or maybe, like I said, you're putting out DJ mixes on a labels page, and it's about announcing the artist that's in that mix and using the thumbnail to have a photo of them and their name. And that's where you get their name into the whole title, thumbnail, description part, because that's then clickable, that people might see it and they'll want to click into that certain artist because maybe they follow that artist. And the final type of thumbnail is just doing super bright. Glitterbox for their radio, they have a Glitterbox logo. It's got a really bright background, and maybe if they've got a guest, they'll put the guest's name in that artwork. Again, super simple. Can you scale it down to 16%, and what does it look like? One thing TubeBuddy can do is it's got a thumbnail analyzer, and it can actually analyze how good your thumbnails are, where the key click points are, and if it's a good thumbnail. And it can actually even create better thumbnails for you using some of its own AI. For the final part of creating your video, TubeBuddy will give you a checklist of things you need to do to get the best out of your mixes. And it'll give you a list down them, and all you need to do is make sure you've got a tick next to each one and make sure you've checked off every part. And that's going to help the mix get the most audience and most views and most new fan base. And it's going to make sure that that video gets categorized right in the algorithm. If you want more information on TubeBuddy, then I'll put a link to them in the description. Go and click on it and you can sign up there. This is not a paid or anything. I really like this software. It really helps your YouTube videos. That's what I want to talk about today. If you want to start a YouTube DJ Mix series this year, I've made a handy free ebook and I'll put a link to it. Just go and grab it in the description of this video. Literally click on the link and download it today. It's going to help you start planning out your YouTube video mix and your whole channel. Go and grab that today. If you're considering starting a DJ Mix series and a YouTube channel for yourself as a DJ, but you're worried about takedowns, you're worried about the music you play, and you're worried about picking the right tracks so you don't get these takedowns, and also legalities around takedowns and uploading music to YouTube in DJ mixes, if you want to watch this YouTube video next, because I go into how to avoid that and how to avoid takedowns and how to pick the right tracks for your DJ mixes, go and jump into this video now and I'll see you in there. I've been Grahame Farmer. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.